if you're in the market for some truly wireless earbuds to go with maybe your brand new Android phone, then there are a load of options out there available today. One of the latest pairs comes from Samsung, and they are the Galaxy Buds Plus. Oh, obviously the AirPods Pro are fantastic pair of headphones, but they are £250. So obviously comparing the two in terms of price, it's slightly difficult, but these are two high-profile headphones from kind of two of the leading smartphone brands.
The audio quality is more than good enough on both.
No, I think the AirPods Pro especially sound really good. I had a quick listen to the Samsung Buds, and they are a big improvement from the original Buds. And Samsung are bundling them with pre-orders for the S20 Plus and S20 Ultra. Again, they're a nice pair of headphones to get.
Exactly. If I was handed those with my new phone, and I would have no problem listening to them for the daily commute. They're absolutely fine. Which actually is no bad thing. Like, I'm still a big fan. Needs to get a nice little tiny Pebble case with wireless charging support. And the Buds are actually really nice and neatly compact, so they have a great fit. But under the hood, there have been a few changes. The biggest of which is they've added more mics to try and fix the fact that call quality was terrible.
Yeah, so I used the first gen ones for a while, and the call quality was probably the worst I've ever found on a pair of headphones.
I mean, I think I tried using them once when I was going on a run to take a call, and I think you were on the other end of the line, and pretty much all the people heard was me swearing, going, why does this not work?
Yeah, they were. So has that been completely fixed? Kind of how do they compare now with the extra mics?
They actually do really well, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, obviously, whenever you have in-ear headphones like this, you're not going to be using them on a London street with wind and all that. But, you take them, taking calls around the office, background noise, people still could hear me, which is good. The other big change that they've actually made as well, which is, I'd say, debatably about as good, is they've actually made it so they work properly on iOS.
Yes. So they've released a iOS app, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Because before you had to go through Samsung's wearable app, and it was a bit of a weird...
Yeah, and you can kind of tweak some of the settings, could you, on iOS?
No. It's been fixed now, so you can actually go through the presets. There's still no manual control, so you can't create custom profiles. But it does work now, so you actually can listen to them comfortably on iOS, which is, pretty good. I mean, I still think as well, though, the one thing that Samsung hasn't added, which it really should have, and is pretty common these days, ANC.
Yeah, so ANC, maybe kind of describe what that does, how that changes the listening experience.
It's a pretty cool feature that appears on most of Sony's flagship true wireless, and obviously on the AirPods Pro now. It's a cool little bit of nifty tech that helps to eliminate background noise when you're listening to music. So if you're listening to music on the train or in the office or basically anywhere with background noise, it'll cancel out so you get a pure listening experience, which is pretty handy, especially given how loud some of the members of Trusted Reviews can be.
And I guess with the kind of Plus branding, maybe people would have expected these to add that feature in, especially as Apple added them into the AirPods Pro.
I think so, yeah. And I think the price really makes it one of the biggest shortcomings of the headphones at the moment, because at 160 quid, there are competing sets coming through which have the functionality. So it feels like a really, really odd mission from Samsung.
For Samsung not to offer a version with ANC.
It feels very weird.
Yeah, especially when they're calling them Plus.
Yeah.
What does the Plus kind of really mean, rather than just calling them the Galaxy Buds 2?
Yeah.
So they've improved battery life quite a lot, haven't they?
Yeah, battery life is really, really good actually. That's actually one thing I'm super impressed by, because despite being basically the same in design, you actually get 11 hours listening quoted off it.
So is that for the Buds or with the case?
Just the Buds. You then get 2 charges out of it. So
that's really impressive. I mean, with the AirPods, I get about 4.5 hours or so.
Well, exactly. And the ANC does have a big drain on the battery, so that's probably one of the ways they've done it. And I get that. But it still feels like it's a refinement rather than a new product. So again, like you said, what does the Plus branding really mean? Because it's the same sort of story with the audio quality. It's everything Samsung's done with the Galaxy Buds Plus feels like what it should have done with the first gen. So it would have been...
So why not just call them the kind of second gen Galaxy Buds? And they're still selling the original Galaxy Buds.
Exactly.
So kind of these two products put against each other, maybe slightly strange branding.
It does, because you don't, like I said, the designs are so similar. So if you put them next to each other in a layman, I don't think that you'd be able to tell the two apart.
Yeah, maybe they should have done like a Galaxy Buds Ultra,
which would have
go along with the S20 Ultra that would have had ANC.
Exactly.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, well, you'd hope so. I mean, I'm going to be fair to Samsung though. They have improved the Buds in most of the ways I'd want outside of ANC. Audio quality has been made a lot better. So things like the low end is more precise. And it doesn't quite distort as much as the original gen. The only problem is they still haven't sorted out the mid-range, so it still sounds a little bit underrepresented. So if you listen to like quite heavy music, like, I don't know, rock or something like that, where you've got the guitars, sibilance can creep in, it can still sound a bit acidic. But compared to other £160 headphones, it's not bad, which is pretty good.
Yeah. So if you're on the hunt for a pair of ANC noise cancelling headphones, kind of in this kind of price point, what other headphones are you looking at?
I mean, you're probably looking at like Soul Republic's Amps Air Plus and things like that, you know, third-party ones from dedicated audio brands. The likes of Shure and Clear and Cambridge Audio are also coming into the market with true wireless at this price point.
Yeah, pretty much every big audio brand has a pair of kind of competing AirPods competitors, Galaxy Buds competitors, don't they?
Exactly. And, you know, I think that the standard lesson I have, and I think it's the same thing we always say when we review the AirPods and things as well, is that these are going to be fine for 99% of people, because especially if you get them free or bundled with your phone on contract, which is really fine. You won't need to spend to get another pair unless you're a serious music listener or you really want that ANC. If you are buying them cold, however, I do think at £160 you can find better sounding headphones, which is the main draw we've had with all of the phones from like all the true wireless from Huawei, Samsung, Apple. It's just the fact that I know Samsung owns AKG and Apple owns Beats, but they're not dedicated audio brands, which is why I think the likes of Sony and people who do have a pedigree in that, or Cambridge Audio and things, or Sennheiser, are able to do what they do.
I do think a lot of what it comes down to is ease. Obviously, kind of these headphones work very well with their companion phones. The kind of Galaxy Buds app, the way they connect, the way they kind of pop up as soon as you turn them on. Same with the AirPods, you know, AirPods integration with your iOS, your MacBook, even like your Apple TV.
Yeah.
These kind of extra bits that, because they're made by the people who make the phones, just kind of give them that kind of extra feature that you can't get with other headphones. And, you know, that's not, obviously sound quality is super important, but, you know, for a lot of people, you know, those little features kind of make these maybe a better buy. I guess you say that if you've got an iOS device, AirPods, if you've got a Samsung phone, the Galaxy Buds, and kind of if you want to be a bit more agnostic about your approach, then maybe something from Sony or Cambridge Audio stuff is a better choice.
I'd say so, yeah.
So we've got reviews of both of these pairs of headphones on the site. Also got reviews of loads of other pairs of truly wireless headphones, and a really good roundup that kind of lists them all together. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next video.